A very good evening to all of you, my friend. A great evening to all of you. Last day I discussed so many things about life changing videos I shared with you. I have talked about how can you make eye contact, which is very essential in our life and career. Today I'll discuss something with you which is very essential for your life and career. Is not it? So, my friend, I request to you, you have to always stay with me, then you can learn so many things from me. One thing I want to tell you uh, today, which is very essential in your life and career. Last day I told you what is the importance of training your mind. How would you train your mind? Last day I told you. Have you got it? I think all of you got it. Because last day I told you how can you make a great eye contact with some people. And all the way I discussed how can you make it. Is not it? How can you make a great all the things you understood? I request you something that you must apply all these things necessary materials in your upcoming life and career. And always if you always apply all these rules, if you always implement all these ideas in your career, then it can be learnable. If you don't implement it, so you cannot go ahead in your life. So that is very essential for all of us to implement those ideas, which is very essential. Okay, are you getting my point, my friend? Actually, I would like to convey a great message to all of you that 95% of people, they are unsuccessful due to some reason. Is not it? Just think about it. And you know that what is the reason behind it that 95% people are unsuccessful? Why people are getting stuck? They can't able to grow up from inside. And last day I discussed about it. I addressed so many points regarding this matter. I told about the body language, which is very requirement in our career, because if your body does not fit with yourself, so how can it run positively? That's why it is very essential to understand. It is the first requirement of life. Last I told you uh, about 3 points. That firstly, I made this arrangement. I made this slide in 3 ways. I have developed this thing. First one is for spoken English and public speaking skill. Second one for life is limitless program. And third one is grammar. Okay. The first question is that why did I make like this? Because spoken English, or I can say English language, if you don't have any idea about it, how to speak or how to communicate or how to interact with the people, you cannot able to grow up, you cannot able to accelerate up in your life, you cannot gearing up yourself. For that reason it is very important to implement. Okay, that's why you must learn spoken English or English language. You must command or you must have good idea about this language, then you can move ahead in your life. Why English? Because English can make you confident. English can make you a learnable person. English can make you or give you, I can say, extra ideas. How can you build up this thing? How can you grow up these ideas? Because language can very play a very effective role, is not it? That is very very essential. And if you have knowledge of English, then you will get a great confidence. You can easily train your mind. You can easily understand what people speaking to you. Okay. And another thing is that you can easily conquer the world, because if you don't have sufficient idea about the language of English, that means you can't able to grow from inside. So in order to grow from inside, you must have good command in English language. Otherwise, you cannot move ahead in your life. So many students right now joined in this channel or in this live classes. So right now, Tanmoy send me SMS. Thank you, Tanmoy. You have joined my live classes. Thank you. So I want to say that how can you achieve this language, or how can you learn this language? Because language is very essential, isn't it? Because without having this language, how can it possible to achieve a great success? Never possible to achieve or acquire a great success without this language. So first of all, you must grab this language. You must commit to yourself that I will learn this language within very short period of time, or within very short stipulated deadlock. Then what will happen? You have to be a great opportunity to become a successful person. So that's why I initiated this live class for all of you. If you follow all these things in your life and career, then automatically you can be a successful person. Are you getting me? If you're getting me, tell me that yes, sir, I understood. So I want to tell all of my students, are you getting my voice clearly, or is there any noisy sound? Any sound are there? Tell me yes or no. If there is any sound or extra sound you get, so tell me, sir, we get noisy sound or other sounds. That is very important to understand, my friend, how to train your mind or brain. So last time I told you that to make a great confidence, to train your mind or brain, to understand the opportunity, how can you multiply your opportunity, how can you multiply your confidence level, how can you multiply your future, how can you multiply your time, how can you multiple your career, how can you multiple your ability. Try to understand all these things have required English language, because I have seen that most of the students approach me and told me, sir, we don't have sufficient idea about the English language. Due to this reason, we cannot able to grow up from inside. That is a big question. But how can you overcome this question? That is very essential. Because students always ask me some question that like this, sir, we are so afraid to go to stage. We are so afraid to speak because we don't have sufficient idea, we don't have experience to evaluate ourselves in front of the audience. Although we are so learnable person, although we are doctor, engineers, or we are teacher, we are professor, but sometimes we stuck ourselves on the stage. We can't have any idea how to express ourselves, how to reveal our knowledge to the audience, by which audience can understand our uh, perspective or our purpose, what we make them understand. So that's why learning English is very very important for all of us. Still now, or we can say as of now, I am also learning. I am reading newspaper regularly. I am reading newspaper for the last 8 years. Daily 1 hour I practice. Because whatever the subject you expert, suppose you are expert in Bengali, okay? But you have a means mastery in Bengali language, or you have a great knowledge in physics, or you have a great knowledge in chemistry, whatever the subject you are expertise, it is not the issue. The issue is that people can judge you by your knowledge of English language, because English can be spoken by whom? Actually, English can be spoken by the knowledgeable people. But if you have only knowledge in Bengali, so how can you improve yourself? Is it possible to improve yourself only learning the Bengali? No. So if you want to make your multiple your career opportunity, future, multiple your confidence, multiple your ability, multiple your change, that means change multiplier. If you want to change yourself, transform yourself, so what is the first requirement is that English language. Until you learn this language, you cannot grow up from inside. That's why I request to all of you, if you don't have sufficient platform in your life, or sufficient area, or sufficient knowledge, so you must join my program, where I tell you the slide, or where I show you many slide. If you maintain it, or implement it, or use it in your upcoming life, then automatically you can be a good speaker. Or otherwise you can contact with me. It can give you a great idea how can you implement all those things. Okay, so I told you what is the importance of spoken English and public speaking skill. Okay, that is very very essential to understand. And second one is this program, today's program is Life is Limitless. Life is Limitless program. I initiated this program for those students, or those people who want to transform their life, who want to know what is exact way to live a life. Otherwise, what will happen? People can't listen you. People can't obey your rules and regulation. People can't abide by what you are telling them. That's why it is very essential for all of us to understand what is exactly life, and how it would be limitless, not limited. Okay, so that's why today I have made many slides, not many, actually 6 or 7 slides for you, to make you understand, or to convince you how our mind works. So that is very very essential for all of us. First thing is that first thing is that I will tell you about train your mind, or train your brain. How could it possible to train your brain? Because until you understand about it, what happened? Suppose you are a student, you are studying in plus 12, you are preparing for the joint entrance examinations. But what will happen if you don't succeed in this particular platform? What will happen? You will be demoralized. You will be deducted yourself from doing something extraordinary things. You will do something which is not good for the society. Just not getting simple things, or just not getting the degrees of IIT, just not getting the degrees of NIT, you are doing some unrealistic thing which is not preferred by you, which society does not expect from you. So that's why this program is very very mandatory for all of you. So just now I will tell you about how can it possible to train your brain. So I think friend, it is very essential to understand So I will tell you that our just now I initiated another institute which is called Academy of Civil Service. This Academy of Civil Service is for those who are preparing for TPSC examination, TCS, SSC, CGL, SSC, CHSL, banking sector, and other competitive exam also. And I have launched another institute which is called Professional Institute. It is only for spoken English and public speaking skills purpose. Those who are the businessmen, those who are the students, every each and every corner of people of our society, they can join this program. Or you can contact with me. Just I have putting my number. I have put my number here. You can just contact with me and just get admitted in my institute. After getting admission, then you can understand all of these things. Here I am just showing some slide, but uh, in my institute all of these things has been discussed properly and elaborately, by which you can understand the life and career, and you can implement it and get a great result and become a successful person. That's why it is very very essential, my friend. So today I would like to say something about the topic is Pareto Principle. How can you train your brain? So if you want to train your brain, what is the most essential thing? The most essential thing is that you need to know the Pareto Principle. If you know the Pareto Principle, then you can understand how many things you have done mistake in your life, how many things you should have requirement to change. That is very very important. So we need to understand the Pareto Principle. So many people, or great people I can say, so many speakers in our society, so many speakers of worldwide, they told it also 80-20 principle, Pareto Principle, or we can say 80-20 principle. This principle is very effective and very um, workable if you utilize it in your life. So I will show you something that you can easily understand how Pareto Principle work in our life. Okay, I think all of you are getting my slides and you can understand it properly. I think so. Just before going to the next slide, how many got the Pareto Principle? Please tell me, all of you tell me the yes sir. You can write yes also. The sir, um, one thing, Pareto Principle also called as 80-20 principle. Just before moving or going to the next slide, I would like to know how many of you want to learn this Pareto Principle, because one day will come this Pareto Principle, or we can say 80-20 principle, can help you to determine yourself properly what to choose in our life or in our career. How many of you want to know about it, about the Pareto Principle? Tell me, or write it down or take it down. Yes, sir, we need to understand about it. Tell me yes if you want to know about Pareto Principle. Tell me yes. Write it yes. Okay. You are amazing, guys. You are amazing, really. You are so much potential you have. You can also have a great oratory skill. You have a great magnitude of speaking. That is very, very important. Okay, let's begin to tell about Pareto Principle. If you know about the Pareto Principle or 80-20 principle, then automatically what will happen? You can decide something immediately. Okay, that means you can just decide a thing within very fraction of second. Suppose most of the time we are so confused that will we do it or not, or should we do it or not? Is it good for us or not, or bad? What will happen if I do these steps or if I do that steps? So that's why it is very important, guys. That is very, very important to understand. You have to take the steps very, very immediately. That's why we need to understand about the Pareto principle or 80-20 principle. Okay, this is also work for the for all of students, also all the each and every corner of society, every people. Okay, I will tell you about the health example. I will give you the health example. Okay, suppose suppose um, you want to make a good health, or if you want a good health in your life and career, so there I have written four things. Number one, I have written exercise. Second one, I have written diet. Third one, I have written sleep. Fourth one, I have written good habits. Okay, four. You can see, I think all of you have seen this slide, that four uh, things I have mentioned here. One is exercise, second one is diet, third one is sleep, and fourth one is good habits. From these four, from these four, or I can say among these four things, what is the most important thing to do? If I tell you, okay, if I tell you that which thing you should prefer to make a good health in your life and career, most of the students give me the answer: exercise is the way that we can make a good health, or diet is the process to make a good health. But my friend, the Pareto principle said, or it is the proven method. It is also can said many people by that Pareto principle is proven method. Okay, it can be proven. If you apply it, it can help you. Just take immediate decision very easily. You see that why we do not make good health only due to sleep. I think you are also confused. How is it possible due to sleep we are not making our health? Yes, my friend, from these four, sleep is the one of the important things. Okay, the Pareto principle said that if you have a four work or four list to do something, so you have to pick up a one which is very, very essential. Suppose at night, if you go to sleep at 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock, so automatically you can wake up early, not early in the morning, you can wake up 8 or 9 o'clock, and this 9 o'clock, it is not time for doing exercise. That means if you sleep at 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock, so it is a proper time. And if you sleep at 11 o'clock, then automatically you can wake up at 5 o'clock. When you wake up at 5 o'clock, then you can make a good habits if you do regularly. After making good habits, what will happen? At morning you go for exercise, and if you do gym, if you go to gym or other exercise extra curricular activities, if you do, that means automatically your body will means your body will go very I can say hygienic is not it. Automatically you can take a proper diet, then automatically your health will become very nice or sophisticated. That means in health, you just change one thing, just sleeping. Just you change this sleeping area. That means you just go to sleep at 11 o'clock, and you can wake up at 5 o'clock at the morning, and after that automatically other threes are connected. Good habits, exercise, diets are connected automatically with your sleep. So that's why the Pareto principle said only one thing you have to change, by which the other things also can be changed easily. Okay, that is very essential to understand. Suppose I will give you another example, the love language. Okay, the love language, I will give you another example to all of you. Try to understand. Okay, suppose I have written here words of affirmation, gift giving, quality time, act of service. Four things I have mentioned here. Suppose you love someone else. Suppose if I love my mother, okay, or everyone loves his or her mother. But thing is that if you tell your mother that sorry, if you give always, if you give the gift to your mother, but your mother does not like gift, but your mother like the affirmation, words of affirmation. What is about words of affirmation? Affirmation means you are telling your mother, mom, from today I have to make a new habit and I have to study properly, and I will wake up at 5 o'clock. After that I will go for study, I will go for long study, I will study this subject and I will do all this homework properly, and I will get a good score by just putting these little efforts in my life and career. This affirmation you are telling to your mother. Okay, it is called affirmation. But what happened, some people or some boys, they are giving gifts to their mother, but your mother love language is words of affirmation. Your mother likes that you have to do according to her language, according to her thinking, but you are always giving the gift to your mother. That's why your mother not happy with you. Okay, otherwise your mother is want some time from you. Okay, suppose you became a very elder and your mother needs some time from you to speak with you. But what happened, you are totally busy with your service, act of service I have written. You are always busy with your service. Okay, but your mother needs the quality time from you, but you are not giving to her. That means your mother is not happy with you. So the language we should understand, the love language. Love language is means we need to understand to the means love language of my opposite person. Are you getting me? That means my mother loves quality time from me, but I am always giving or always going to the service, but not giving a quality time to my mother. So my mother not happy with me because he prefer quality time from me, but I am always busy with my service. Are you getting, people? So that's why we need to understand the love language of other people also. Until you understand the love language, you should ask them what you want from me or what you expect from me. Then automatically when this person tell the things what he or she likes, then you can take it in your mind and brain and try to maintain or try to, what I say, actually try to do it. If you don't able to do it for 1 hour 2 hour, no problem, at least half an hour, or at least you have to give the priority to these things or value of these things. Then this person will love you, this person will appreciate you, respect you. So this was the about 20 80 20 principle. That means if you give a proper time to your mother, quality time to your mother, then automatically what will happen, your mother will be very happy, and also you can be also a successful person. So that's why I'm telling to you this love language is very very important. Health example also important. Just picking one thing, just pick out a one thing from them and just work on it, automatically your life will be transformed. So my friend, today I have discussed a lot of things here. So today, not more today, and this is called a life is limitless program, how to train your brain. In this way, through this Pareto principle, you can train your brain. There are 7 step method to train your brain, but only one method or one principle today I discuss. This one was Pareto principle. A lot of love to all of you. Thanks. A very Uh, Good night to all of you. Thank you, my friend. Be happy, stay happy, and God bless you. And be fearless and always do work with passionately. Then automatically people can love you. Okay, thank you. Great night.